Hey guys, Cal here, and today we're here with the 2023 Chrysler Pacifica Limited all-wheel drive with the S appearance package. And we're gonna go over this whole thing and see, is it the most luxurious minivan money can buy right now? All right guys, so we're gonna start out on this side of the car here, and you'll see with the S appearance package, it comes with these really nice body color door handles. Of course, on those door handles, you got the passive entry buttons, and I like how Chrysler's got them on front and back. They're not cheaping out and just putting it on the front handle only, like some other manufacturers right now. And then you do get these black painted mirror caps, which gives the van also a much sharper look. Got those LED turn signals right on the outside edge of them. And then also on the S appearance package, you get these really cool, they're called foreshadow painted aluminum wheels. I think it gives us a really sporty upscale look on this thing and makes it not look so van-like. And then coming around to your headlights, you'll see you have the LED running light around the outside edge. You got that projector bulb for your main headlight. You got your halogen turning signals. You got that sculpted hood on the front end that gives it that nice sharp look, so it looks really sporty, really good, really powerful. And then the S appearance package also kind of puts gloss black on all your grills up here. So you got the bottom grill, this grill down here, you got this grill up here. They're all in gloss black. Got your parking sensors down below. And don't forget those 20-inch aluminum wheels. They're wrapped in the Pirelli P0 All Seasons. Those are 245 50 20s wrapped around those. So they're putting some nice tires on here from factory. And I do like how the Pacifica right here, you have these roof rails up top. So you're able to put a roof box or a roof basket up there if you guys are going on vacation and you need some extra storage. All right, moving around to the back end of our Pacifica here, you'll see these really nice, sharp looking LED turn signals on either side. You got those really nice looking LED running lights across the whole back. I think it sort of gives it like a Dodge Charger look back here. It makes it look a little sporty. And then you got the blacked out Chrysler badge right up here. Those blacked out limited and all-wheel drive badges over there. And then the Pacifica one on this side. And then it does have the little S badge, which kind of adds a little pop of flavor back here because it is the S appearance package. And then you also do have, this is a $995 option, but this is the trailer tow group option. So this one does come with the trailer hitch down below. It does also have the electrical plug-ins for your 4-pin and your 7-pin style. So it has both electricals already hooked up in here. Sometimes when you're down here, there must be a foot release for this door because, hey, if you put your foot under here, the door might open up for you. All right, guys, so now that the trunk has just magically opened itself with the hands-free power liftgate feature, I've climbed in the back in the trunk here to sort of show you how massive this trunk is. It is so deep. I'm about 6'2", mostly legs, and I have a ton of leg space back here. So I'm just illustrating to you guys how much room you'll have for your baby strollers and your coolers and all that stuff you got to toss back here. Now what's really cool is on the passenger side, Chrysler does include for you a 12 volts little plug here that you can plug a vacuum into if you got to vacuum the car out of all the Cheerios and goldfish that are going to be in here. And then on the driver's side back here in the trunk too, there's even a little button that once you're done with the trunk, you can hit that and close the trunk just like that. Bam. So now we are in the back seat of the Pacifica Limited all-wheel drive, and as you can see, everything is wrapped in leather, even the rear seats back here. And what I really like that Chrysler has done is for the kids, they have put a USB Type A and Type C in the back of both of the front seats, so kids on each side are going to have their own little chargers for things. And I do like for the stow and go seating, I will put a photo of what that looks like when it's fully folded down for you guys over the screen right now. For the stow and go seating, you'll see this little handle here. What I really like is Chrysler has incorporated this little button. It is on the inside right here, and when you hit it, you'll see that front seat start to move forward, and then if you tap it, hit it again, after you've put your stow and go seating down, that seat is going to come back into the position that it already was, making it really easy for you to get it into the stow and go format. And I also want to note the stow and go seating only comes on the V6 models. If you get the hybrid, due to the battery that's in the bottom of the car, you do not get the stow and go seating. Also, like most minivans, I mean, either you can pull the handle or you can hit this little button here, and that will close your doorway just like that. Another couple things I like back here in this beautiful leather wrapped space is that Chrysler is putting these little sort of baskets, whatever you want to call these things, in here for the kids to put all their books and magazines, whatever, into. And you have these little hooks here for if they gotta, you know, put like, throw a trash bag on there if they want to throw a bunch of stuff out, because kids are messy. You have these little cup holders in the center here, and now in order to use the stow and go seating, you do have to push those cup holders in, and now once you're done putting the stow and go seating out, you bring those right back out. And there's, even if you pull it out further, there's a little storage tray in there for the kids as well, and that's pretty deep too. So all their pencils, their crayons, colored pencils, markers, all that stuff can go right in there. And then over here on this side is, you will see that heated seat button. So that's on the driver and the passenger side back here. So these rear outboard seats in the second row on this Pacifica Limited are heated. So so long as your kid does not have their car seat in the back second row, they can actually take advantage of those. And then another thing I like that Chrysler's done back here is on each door pocket for the second row passengers, they have this little cup holder for the kids to toss their baby bottles or whatever else into. And then of course, like a lot of the minivans and other larger vehicles like the Suburban and Traverse, things like that, it does have the climate control for the passengers back here, as well as your little vents in the ceiling here as well. And then because this is a Pacifica Limited, it does come with that really sweet looking dual pane panoramic sunroof. So that gives it a really upscale look back here, gives the kids something to look at while you guys are going down the road. All right, guys, so here we are in the third row of the Pacifica now, and like I said earlier in the review, I am 6'2", and I'm sitting in the third row, and I actually still have like a couple inches of leg space here, so really impressed with the third row space back here. And it does also have little speakers on the wall for the passengers back here in the third row, so they will also still be able to hear the music. It's got USB Type A and Type C chargers for them as well. And then this was something I forgot to mention in the second row, but the third row here, you will see these little sunshades you can pull up, put those in place. Those are in the second row as well. So, I mean, it's just really incredible. And, you know, you got these vents back here as well in the third row, just like I said earlier, a lot of those bigger vehicles. So it's like Chrysler, they actually just thought of everything. Like it's just such a nice place to be, and these leather seats are so comfortable. All right, so we've made it to the front seat of our Pacifica, and you'll see on both front seats they do have this really nice S insignia, this little S trim here, as well as that really nice stitching around the whole seat there. And the steering wheel is a really nice smooth leather. It's just like something I felt in like a Jeep Grand Cherokee, things like that. So really nice high-end leather there. On your door over here, you do have all your window switches, your mirror adjuster switches up here, and folding power mirrors because it is a limited here. So those are really nice to have. You do have the blind zone alert on each of your mirrors there. Now on your steering wheel, you do have your controls on the left side are all going to be for your little information center up front. Your controls on the right side up here, that's going to be all your cruise control stuff. And then you have all those safety features right down here, your adaptive cruise control, that's on the right side of the wheel. And then on the left side here, these buttons on the bottom, those are all your phone call buttons right there. So if you're looking to do Hey Siri, any of that stuff, that's all going to be down there. And now we're going to cover the center console real quick for you guys. So in the center console, you see you do have the drive shifter here. I know some people like this, other people don't like it so much, but you do still have that shifter, that dial for your shifter there. You have your electronic parking brake there, and then you have all your safety features pretty much right there, all aside from the auto stop start. You can turn it off right there. You got your physical seek button, which is really nice to see. We still have a physical button for that. Still got a physical button for the volume, which is nice as well. And then all your climate controls right here. Thank God they still have the physical buttons for these too, because I hope manufacturers never take this away. I love having physical buttons for this because there's nothing worse than having to fumble with a digital screen to find climate things. So really like that Chrysler is still including those physical buttons for that. All right, guys, and then covering your radio screen in the center here, you do see we are on the home screen right now. So it gives you a quick overview of your navigation, what's playing on the radio, and what your phone is displaying if you do have your phone paired to the car. Now you do have a quick overview at your climate controls for both the passenger and the driver up here. If you hit that button, it's going to give me a quick option if I want to turn the driver's side heated seat on, the heated steering wheel on, or since this is the Pacifica Limited, if I want that ventilated front seat for myself. All right, and going over to our media, you'll see that gives us a quick look at our radio. You have your FM and Sirius options right there, and you are able to do a quick seek to any radio station. If you hit these little buttons in the middle, I can type in what station I want to go to, hit go, and it automatically brings me there. And now we'll just head over to comfort real quick. If I click on that, it gives you kind of an in-depth view at all the comfort stuff. Personally, I think this screen is a little confusing, so I just like to use the physical controls, or I like to use those shortcuts that they do have at the top left and the top right for us. If you hit nav, that is your actual built-in navigation. So I really like this because if you're ever somewhere where your phone is out of reception, you're actually still going to be able to get access to this stuff. So that's really nice. Your phone screen, once you connect your phone, you're going to have all your contacts in there, your favorites, your recents, your keypads, and apparently even your messages. So that's kind of neat. All right, and then your vehicle app is just going to be a quick little shortcut to your surround camera so you can see what is going on around the whole car. And do notice those lines do turn as you turn the steering wheel, so you can see exactly what's going on. And then I can hit the X, get out of that. And the apps is just going to be a quick look at the Alexa that's available, and then the Android Auto, as well as the device manager for your cell phones. And then don't forget, in that vehicle app down below, if you hit settings, that'll be all your general settings for the entire vehicle. And now we're going to cover all the stuff up top real quick. So you'll see all these buttons here. I can open up the side doors from the front seat. I can open up the back door from the front seat. And for all the moms and dads out there, you do have your sunglass holder right up here in the middle. I know some manufacturers are leaving those out, and those are really nice to have. You do have this control over here that controls your sunshade, and then for the actual sunroof operation, I'll hit this button here, and it'll go all the way back, just like that. And then another thing I really like about the front seat, that even though this sort of looks like an old school option since we've seen this for I don't know how many years, I really like that Chrysler is still including this, because this little garage door opener, it's just so nice to have, because not a lot of manufacturers are putting this in anymore, and to have that is really, really handy, and it gives it a clean look, so you don't have 2 or 3 different clickers on your sun visor at any given time. All right, and one last thing I'll mention, and you guys have seen me do this in some of my past reviews, is I will look at the sun visor and I will see it does in fact have the sun visor lights. So that's kind of nice, because in the Silverado I was in, I think a couple weeks back, I think it's stickered for like 57 grand or something like that, and it didn't have lights in the sun visor. So like, how cool is this? Thank God we still have lights in the visor of your Chrysler Pacifica. All right, guys, so here is your driver view of the Chrysler Pacifica. We're behind the wheel right now. We're on sort of a country back road right now. The speed limit is 55, so I'm kind of getting a good feel for the vehicle. Now, one thing I did mention is for this, you know, being such a heavy vehicle, being a minivan, I kind of want to feel more planted to the road than this thing does. For some reason, to me at least, if you guys have been on country roads before, you know it sort of has those little undulations in the road here and there. And to me, the van feels like a little bit darty in those situations. Or maybe that's just me going crazy. Maybe that's the lane keep assist and it's being overly aggressive and pushing me back into the lane. One of those two things it could be. So that's just something I've noticed being behind the wheel. Other than that, the road noise in this thing is so quiet. Like it's almost dangerous. You almost want to fall asleep driving this thing. It is so quiet in the cabin here, which is really nice. All right, guys, so we're going to do a little acceleration run for you guys here. Nothing crazy. Speed limit's 55. We're not going to be doing anything too dangerous here in the minivan. We're not going to be exceeding the speed limit, but wanted to do a quick run for you guys. Hopefully you can hear the V6 through the microphone here, but we'll do a quick pull on this thing. We're doing 30. We'll bring her up. Wow. Oh my God, it really pushes you back here. Wow. Okay. So I gotta say, the transmission, it dropped down really smoothly. There was no kick, there was no jump. It just gets right into gear and goes. It takes off so quick. And I mean, for a really what a lot of us would consider like a dinosaur of an engine for Chrysler. It's a 3.6 liter V6, 287 horsepower, 262 pound-foot of torque, which really is not impressive numbers, but when you get behind this thing, it doesn't feel like that. It feels like much more. I would say this feels more powerful than the over 300 horsepower V6 that's in the Chevy Traverse. I think this feels more sprightly than that car did. So I'm very impressed with this thing. That's incredible. Wow. Nice, Chrysler. All right. All right, guys. And then one last test here I just want to do is a little brake test for us on the Pacifica, because it is a minivan. You know, you're going to have your kids back here, so you want to make sure that this thing is able to stop on a dime. So we're going to hit the brakes right now. We'll just make sure it's safe. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Brakes bring it right on down. Right on down. I actually, when we first got in this thing at the dealership, I was almost joking, just saying things like that this had like Porsche-like braking. It was just insane levels of braking. Like, they were so jumpy when we first got in the car. I don't know if that's because it's new or if that's just a characteristic of this van, but the brakes on this thing are jumpy. So they're great brakes, so they're going to keep the kids safe. I just also wanted to do a quick little pan at the window sticker for you guys. Like I said in the beginning of the video, this is the Pacifica Limited all-wheel drive with that S appearance package. So base price is the $51,200, and it says down here $57,650 is your final price after all those options that you'll see listed out there. So I'll kind of zoom out and sort of try to hold steady here. So if you guys want to just pause the video real quick to take a look at some of these options. But I still think even at that price, I know that sounds ludicrous, but with how high everything is getting in price nowadays, I really think with the leather seating in this thing, the driving experience, and just overall everything put together, I still think it's a fair price, because this vehicle, just so much versatility, and compared to the Odyssey and the Sienna, I would still definitely take this over those, because I think this one's a lot more fun and it's got a lot more flair. All right, guys, thanks for joining me for the review of this Chrysler Pacifica Limited. I wanted to give a quick shout out to Bob Johnson Chrysler in Avon, New York for giving me access to review this vehicle for you guys. If you guys want to see their inventory, they have a lot of Pacificas on hand. I'll have all their information in the description below. But if you guys did enjoy today's video, please subscribe now to see more videos just like this one. I'll be doing reviews just like this every week. Leave a like on the video now and comment below what vehicles do you want to see me review, because I just might be able to get my hands on them. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.